Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got an important update for you guys today. I just sold something that was in my Roth IRA, so I'm going to share that with you guys today. I'm going to show you what's in the portfolio, give you an update, share with you what I sold, and all the details about that right now. So let's dive into the phone, check out the portfolio, then we'll get into the back end and check out all the details. So let's do that. 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right, let's open up Charles Schwab. I'll refresh it for you guys. This is Sunday here in China at 10 o'clock in the morning. And you can see my Roth IRA. We're sitting at $62,708. And I've got $11,262 in cash now. If we view all the positions here, you see I got SoundHound, 144 shares. I've talked about this before. This is speculative growth. I was selling some options. So I think this company has something, some potential in the long run. And so I've been selling some options on this, getting some income. It was doing good, actually. I sold a bunch of it and took my initial investment out. And now I just kind of letting it ride and selling some options to get some money there. Next, I have SGov, 271 shares. It's just a store of capital for me, store of cash for me, in case I need to access to that money. Hopefully I don't need it though. We have SCHG, which is Schwab's U.S. Large cap growth. Basically, it's kind of like the QQQ. It's like a huge growth fund, cheaper price than QQQ. 356 shares of that. Then we have SCHB, which is basically the entire stock market. This is Schwab's version of VTI, Schwab's version of VTI. You guys probably all know VTI, but SHB is the same thing, entire stock market, 413 shares of that. And then I have SoundHound, cover a call. So I sold some calls there to get some money, or get some income on that. So that's, it's okay. I think I put it at about 950. Yeah, SoundHound at 950. So that if I sell that at 950, I will, sell all of my shares, but I also make profit. So that's why I sold the cover call there. Now, let's get into the details, the real nitty gritty of this, and see what's going on in the portfolio behind the scenes, and see what I sold and the details of that sale. So let me record the screen on my computer. It's easier there. Let's see. Let's do the whole screen. 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right, so here we are in the spreadsheet where I track everything. I'll make it bigger. So here on the left, you can see my shares, my SoundHound, SCHB, SHG, and SGov. These are the things I just showed you in the portfolio. Over here are the share count, and over here is my cost averages. And if we go look at the performance of these that I have right now, we can see SoundHound is says total return minus 7%, and market return is minus 12.65. That's okay though, so like I said, I already took my initial investment out of this, so this is just like money that I'm just letting ride. So no big deal about that, to be honest with you. The next one, SCHB, you can see this is the entire stock market. I'm up 13.39 market return, 14.35 on the total return. This does have a dividend, which is quarterly, but nothing special. SCHG is my growth. This is very similar to Vanguard's VUG. It's almost the same thing as that in terms of performance. It's just a cheaper share price, but the same stocks are inside. Anyway, 998 market return. We got 10.3 on total return. And then of course we have the SGov here, which is slightly up on market return, which is normal. It just kind of flat. It just kind of slowly creeps up and comes flat again. But it does have the monthly dividend, and that's so it's up almost 1%, not quite, but we're doing okay there. So when it comes to what I sold, I'm going to share that with you guys here on the sold positions. You can see, I don't have the SoundHound here I sold for some reason. Anyway, what you can see here, the last one is TSPY. I sold this on the 16th, which was just a few days ago. I had 168 shares, and it says my average cost was $25.51, and I sold it for $24.58, which technically is a loss on the market return. But if we look at the total return, was $27, so I was positive 0.5% on total return. And so I went ahead and cut it loose instead of holding it. And I'll tell you the reason why. Um, I initially bought this because I thought I wanted some income coming into the portfolio that I could use to spend once I've maxed out the amount of money I can deposit. But I still have this large cash sitting there that I haven't spent yet. And I still depositing money, but not much. But because I still have this large cash position to buy other stuff, I thought, you know what, this having this income paying thing that's not going up because it's capped to the upside, and this is the only one in the portfolio that's been negative. And so as soon as I got positive on it, I decided I'm going to go ahead and part ways with this and um, take my chances at spending more money on the actual growth portion of the portfolio, because I can't take money out of this until I'm 59 and a half, and I'm 45 now, so I got a long way to go, right? So I got like 15 years before I can touch this money, and it's best to let it grow instead of having the cap on the upside where it can't grow, because I have dividends in an income portfolio and another portfolio that I can use that dividend cash or dividend income. And if I change my mind later and want to shift from growth to income in this Roth IRA, I can do that later. But I still have 15 years before I can touch this. So I decided to just cut that out and streamline things a bit. And I'll start putting my cash more towards the growth engine of this portfolio, which the growth part of this is SCHB and SCHG, right? SCHG is the growth. SHB is the whole market. So, if you believe in America, I believe in the American economy, then buying the entire stock market, for me, is pretty much a simple, easy, no-brainer way to make slow, steady returns over the next 15 years. And then SHG is going to be my faster growth. Looks like this thing was down 3 or 4% just like a week ago, and now it's up 10.5%. So this is where my growth is going to come from. This is where my future wealth can potentially come from. So I think I'll put more money here instead of messing with the dividends in this portfolio. Now, honestly, one of the things that I would like to do, I'd like to actually own QQQ or SPY in here so I could sell some options on it and earn some decent option premium. But those shares are so expensive, and also right now, market's at all-time highs. Not a good time to be buying that. But I don't know. I might try to get into one of those just simply because you can earn more income from options on it later down the road in the future once I build up enough shares. But that'll take a long time. And yeah, for right now, I'm okay with this. I could switch to the dividends later once it gets closer to time to be able to, use this money or pull this money out. But for now, I think what I'm doing with SCHB and SHG and keeping some cash in SGov is probably the best, simplest way for me to invest in this portfolio. And as far as SoundHound goes, like, it's not much money there, but it's just portfolio allocation is 2%, which is enough. I don't want to put more. But if this does eventually get back positive on total return again on this one, on these shares that I have, I might consider getting rid of these as well and just keeping the simple SCHB and SCHG, and maybe start buying some QQQ. But for now, I'm happy with this, and I'm just looking to maybe possibly offload SoundHound. But yeah, I just want to share that with you guys, that you guys know about what I actually sold here and why I did it, and tell you guys my plan going forward. So let me know what you guys think below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments on this. How do you actually invest in your Roth? Are you into income right now? Are you into growth? Do you have a mixture of both? Like, how many stocks do you own in your Roth? Because, like, technically, I only own 2 ETFs and then 1 stock. Well, I guess SGov is an ETF, but SGov is basically a store of cash, right? So it's like a treasury bond. So I actually have 2 stocks in a treasury and 1 growth stock. But yeah, I think simple. I hear a lot of people talk about simple 3-fund Roth IRAs, and so maybe adding an international fund is what people like to recommend. But I don't care about that because I think America is where the money's at. So I'm not too worried about the international ETF. So for me, SHB, SHG, I think they're okay. And if I do something else, I might add some QQQ. And that's really all I got, man. That's all my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours down below. Let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Y'all take care.